You ever have that mysterious buzz or hum in your electronics that you just can't track down? Well, that's radio frequency interference, or RFI. It's basically invisible noise that can drive you absolutely crazy. So today, we're going ghost hunting for this electronic phantom, and our weapon of choice is a surprisingly simple but incredibly powerful tool, the loop antenna.
Now this is part 8 of a much larger series, but don't worry if you're just jumping in. Think of today's explainer as a standalone masterclass on one of the most essential skills in any RFI hunter's toolkit.
So here's our game plan. First, we're going to get to know our enemy, the RFI challenge itself. Then we'll dive into our secret weapon, the loop antenna, and its biggest secret, finding the null. After that, we'll learn how to pinpoint the source with triangulation. And finally, we'll go on a hunt for a very common culprit you've probably heard before.
Okay, so what exactly are we up against? We're talking about something called near-field interference. Now, that sounds technical, I know, but all it really means is noise that's super strong right next to its source. You know, things like faulty phone chargers, buzzing electronics, or crackling power lines. It's like a literal ghost in the machine, and it's notoriously hard to trace with your standard gear.
And that really gets to the heart of the problem, right? This kind of close-up RFI, it demands a specialized approach. You can't just wave a regular antenna around and hope you get lucky. No, you need a tool that's built for this exact kind of detective work.
And that, of course, brings us to the hero of our story, the loop antenna. This is not your typical antenna. You got to think of it more like a specialized sensor, one that gives us a really unique advantage when we're getting up close and personal with the source of the noise.
So what's its secret? What's the magic here? Well, it all comes down to physics. See, a loop antenna works using electromagnetic induction. To put it simply, while most antennas are listening for the electric part of a radio wave, the loop hones in on the magnetic part. And when you're hunting RFI up close, believe me, that difference is everything.
Let's break that down with an analogy. Imagine most antennas are listening for a shout across a room. That's the electric field. But the loop antenna, it's feeling for the vibration in the floorboards. That's the magnetic field. And when you're standing right next to the source, that vibration is often way stronger and easier to pinpoint than the shout. That's what makes the loop the perfect tool for the job.
All right, so we've got our super sensor. Cool. But how do we actually use it? Well, the main technique is honestly kind of beautiful in its simplicity. It's all about finding something called the null. Here's how it works. You just stand in one spot holding the loop. Then you slowly, carefully rotate it a full 360 degrees. All the while you're watching your receiver or listening closely for one thing, and one thing only, the exact point where that noise gets weakest, where it almost completely disappears. That little pocket of silence, that's your null.
And this is why it works. It's pretty clever, actually. A loop antenna doesn't hear equally in all directions. It has this kind of figure-8 pattern, which means it has two massive blind spots, or nulls, on its sides. So when you point one of those blind spots directly at the source of the noise, poof, the signal just vanishes from your receiver. You've just found the exact line that the interference is on.
Now, the real key is to listen for a really deep null. We're talking a signal drop of 20 decibels or even more. I mean, that's a massive difference. It's like going from a loud, irritating buzz to almost total silence. When you get a drop that sharp, you know for sure you've perfectly aligned the antenna with one single dominant source.
Okay, so finding the null is great. It gives you the direction of the noise, but it doesn't tell you how far away it is. It basically just draws a line on the map. So how do we turn that line into a single X marks the spot? Well, for that, we bring in a classic technique, triangulation.
This is pure detective work. First, you take a bearing from one spot, you find that null, and you draw that line on a map. That's clue number 1. Then you move to a totally different location, maybe across the street or down the block, and you do it all over again. You find the null and get your second bearing. That's clue number 2. You can even take a third one just to be extra sure. And here it is, the payoff moment. You plot those lines on your map, and where they all cross, boom, that's your target. The ghost in the machine now has a physical address. It's a systematic process that takes you from a vague, frustrating noise to a precise, actionable location.
So let's apply all this to a real-world scenario, one that drives radio operators and even just regular homeowners crazy: noisy power lines. This is one of the most common jobs where a loop antenna is the absolute best tool you can have. Usually, power line noise comes from arcing. You can think of it like tiny little lightning bolts jumping across a cracked insulator or some loose hardware way up on a utility pole. And this creates a horrible buzzing sound across the radio. But using the nulling and triangulation we just talked about, you can literally walk down a street and pinpoint the exact utility pole, sometimes even the specific component on that pole that's causing all the trouble.
So from a phantom hum to an exact location on a map, the loop antenna turns invisible noise into a puzzle that you can actually solve. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? I mean, we're all surrounded by countless chargers, smart devices, aging power lines. What invisible interference is hiding all around you, just waiting to be found?